now it's time for the national anthems. Starting with Japan.
National anthem of Japan.
Applause from around the arena, and now the national anthem of Spain. So the anthem's over. Few Spanish supporters in the audience here today in the Park Dome, which will be the venue for the final. The teams swing around. They played each other twice. Met in a friendly back in November 2016 when Spain won 33-21. The only meeting in a World Championship. Before that, 2007 in France, Spain again won 36-29. And Japan will really have to be at their utmost best here today if they want to make any inroads against an on-form Spanish team who seem to be cruising at the moment. And so with that earlier result with Russia beating Montenegro, they have already booked their place in the semi-final. Spain are in second. Well, I'm afraid for Japan, no chance of making it through now to the semi-final, but very much honor at stake. For the lineup, Sasaki will be key in the middle. She should start with Oyama and Tsunami at the back, with Fujita and Tanabe on the wings, probably Nagata on the line, and of course Kamitani first choice in goal. Ulrik Kirkeli then, the Danish coach, glad they're in the main round, but finding the going hard against the big teams, but a 4-goal defeat to Montenegro 2 days ago, not too shabby. For Spain, in the absence of Carmen Martin, Marta Lopez has picked up the slack on the right wing, should start with Gutierrez on the other wing. Cabral, Peña and Gonzalez provide plenty of experience at the back for them though, and Navarro as well in goal. So Carlos Viver knows that he will be favourite today, but Spain would love to cause a major upset. There is Nerea Peña, 22 goals and 14 assists for Peña, who passed the 500 goal mark for her country, while Sasaki, the playmaker, will be so crucial. 27 goals, 12 assists. She's carried a huge workload at these World Championships and has made a bit of a name for herself, it has to be said. So Spain throw off this Group 2 main round match at the Women's Handball World Championships, playing in the all-white strip from right to left against the host nation Japan, playing today in the navy blue strip. Spain, big favourites, 5 wins and a draw so far in the competition. They sit second behind Russia, already qualified for the semi-final from this group. Spain looking to take that other ticket, and a win here today would put them with a foot in the semi-final. Into the line, broke the defence down. So much space in the middle, Hernandez. Had time to think about that one. Problem is they're giving away so much height, they've got to push up and mark the back players coming in, but then you leave the back door open, which is exactly what happened with Hernandez, finding so much space at the back. So Fujita has indeed started for Japan on the right wing. Tanabe on the far side. In fact, Oyama, Suzuka and Tsunami. Number 4, Tsunami, who's playing with her sister, not on court at the moment. Line player, that's gone wide, and that is Tsunami shooting. She struggled with her shooting, 9 goals from 23, but has 29 assists. Into the wing, saved by Kamitani, not a huge angle. Quick look to the referee to see if anything was coming their way. Nothing. Tsunami into the wing. Huge angle for Fujita. And she comes away empty-handed. And those are the chances they cannot afford to miss. It was beautifully set up. Peña casts her eyes to the sky, realizing she's completely wrong-footed. And Fujita makes a bit of a hash of things. She's got a 61% scoring rate. It's got better as the competition's gone on, but there's a chance now. The break is on. Attempt to steal off the bar. Second chance, and that time it goes in. Tanabe's shot glances away. Luckily for her, Oyama was following up behind. Both players play for Hokoku Bank. In fact, 7 of them do. Japanese champions. They haven't started the league yet this year. They're going to do that after the World Championship so that all the attention could be on the national team as they prepare for these World Championships and the Olympics. First shot. Cesareo puts that way over the top. Playing at some pace here, 1-1. Coming up to 3 minutes played. Change on the line now. Kaho Tsunami comes in, number 3, the sister of number 4, Yui Tsunami. Number 4, incidentally, who has just moved back to Japan, having played for Nykøbing in Denmark. She was their second top scorer at the World Championships 2 years ago. Struggled with her shooting here, though, this time round. Passive play's been called against them. Now, Fujita! Well, it comes off the leg of Navarro, but this time stays in. And a bit of luck going their way. 2-1 Japan. Tsunami setting her up nicely. And that'll count as yet another assist for Tsunami, who's now up on 30. Cabral goes around the outside. Cabral, who plays for Nantes in France. Long-range shot, a mistake by Navarro. She'll be a bit annoyed with herself. Yui Tsunami scores that one. She races off to be replaced in defense. It had a decent pace on it, but still, Navarro feels she could have got on top of it. That's going to be a free throw. Peña trying to go over the top of the defense. Long way forwards. They managed to put someone in front. In fact, it's the defense specialist, Sayo Shiota, who's on for Tsunami. Looking for the line, got through, off the post, but a penalty this time, as Eli Cesareo is fouled in the act of shooting. Nice pass into her hand, just slapped there as she turned to shoot. There it is, Tanabe. So Cabral will take it. She scored 11 from 13 in the competition so far. Kamitani has only saved 1. She's saved 2. And Cabral, maybe just a little too quick about it, decided where to go, and it was well read by Kamitani, who plays for Besançon in France. And the reaction on the bench says it all. The scoreline stays 3-2, 5 minutes played. Tsunami looking for the line. She was already down, looking for the long pass, but they thought the goalkeeper was out. She's not, but it's gone to the side, and Gonzalez helps herself. Japanese take a very quick throw off though. There's a huge space on the wing, off the post again, and the break once more for the Spaniards. Japanese are back en masse, but not quite organized yet. In the end, Peña decides to pull the ball back with a little help from Fujita, who buys a bit of time for her teammates to get organized. It's a yellow card for her from the German referees. Peña, oh, so simple. They've got to be able to block those. Hernandez, the scorer. A simple little screening move straight from the throw-off. The defender should have been back. By pushing forwards, they gifted that one to the Spaniards. So a couple of quick goals, and Spain are back in front. They're going to struggle to get over the top of this defense. They've got to find gaps or holes in the defense, as Tsunami does again. Well, she started well here today. 2 from 3. Tsunami, who played for Nykøbing in Denmark, alongside the goalkeeper Kamitani. Tsunami came back to Japan while Kamitani went off to play in the French First Division. Looking for the line, there's no one there, the break is on. Kamitani puts it down. The Spaniards coming back en masse. There's a bit of space there. Penalty. Fouled on the way in. And she doesn't want to get up, Lopez. She knows what's coming. It's a 2-minute suspension. Maybe if I stay down, they won't give it. It's not how it works. Quick pass down, and nice phase 2 attack here by the Japanese. Get into grips with the Spaniards before they could close the defense, but crashing into her there, Lopez. And a penalty. Oyama. Scored 7 from 11 though. It's been costly. Puts that one away though. Navarro effectively leaned the right way, but didn't really go for it. So Yama's goal, putting them up again while they're short-handed. The Spaniards have taken out the goalkeeper, extra player in attack. Cabral. They get themselves a little cornered here, which is exactly what the Japanese want. Cabral looking for the line, reaching over to get it. That's going to be a yellow card. She'll take that. Stop the shot at goal. Yellow card for Nagata, the captain. So with that, Spain resume. Slightly deeper defense now. It's almost a 3-3. They've got to watch it. They've got to really keep an eye on the line. Ringer tries to find a way through, but can't. She'll come back again. Gutierrez. Kamitani, and the break is on again. Space on the wing, decides to go back towards the middle. Yui Tsunami, a bit of space. Saved by Navarro. Second save of the game for the veteran goalkeeper. There was a good chance, breaking through the gap. Bit of pressure, but Navarro makes a good save. She's gone straight off again. He's still short-handed for another few seconds. Well, a good start by Japan. Question is, though, can they sustain it for the remaining 55 minutes, or 50 minutes rather? Into the line, lobs the keeper, comes out quickly. Hernandez gets her third already in the game. Quick throw off once more by the Japanese. And actually, Echeverria, who's on the wing, could have done with leaving her alone as Kao Tsunami comes on for the attack. Nagata being used in defense only at the moment, the captain, though she does get given spells later in the games, usually in attack. Tsunami to her sister. She goes back in on the line. 2 there now. Yui Tsunami comes around. Sasaki putting in a big workload, the number 27 in the center. Tsunami straight to the wing, little bit of an angle. Yes, lobs Navarro. Nicely done. Tanabe's first goal. Another one of the Hokoku Bank players. Cut through. And Navarro, who's not the tallest keeper at 167, came forwards and offered that. 10 minutes played then, and Japan still just one in front. Oh, that's beautiful. Little bit of spin. And Hernandez is causing the problems at the back. Quick throw off is taken. Tsunami tries to roll off Cabral. And we've got a yellow card belatedly given as we see the goal again. That was a lovely spin, ran a hand around the ball. Yellow card was for Romero. That's an attacking foul straight into the defender. Navarro looks for the long pass. Nothing going there. And now the edge in front. Cesareo. First goal of the game. Getting a foray forwards in attack. Used as a defender. It is a useful player with Bera Bera, the Spanish champion, scored 17 goals for them this season. Yui Tsunami. Yui Tsunami again. Dummies the pass to the line and shoots, so that goes through. Very economical today, but they couldn't get the goalkeeper back in fast enough. And Hernandez already on 5 goals. Both teams going for the quick throw off. Again, Japan have taken off their goalkeeper, and they're attacking 7 against 6. Early in the game, you might say, to do this. Maybe feeling that they have to try and break down the Spanish defense and put them under pressure early, looking for the wing. There was no one there, but she was being held. She gets the free throw. And a little body shove there by Cabral, just to let her know she's still watching her. Under pressure. Tsunami looks for the line. Penalty. Passes to her sister, fumbles initially, Kao Tsunami. But gets it at the second attempt. Picks it up and shoots, but a little slap on the hand is all it took for the penalty. And a pull from the back there by Cesareo. Change the goalkeeper for Spain. Zokbidapola has come in. Faces Sasaki. Scores her 8th penalty of the competition, her first here today. 24-year-old. Zokbidapola reacting the right way, but too late. So this could be interesting. On comes Alicia Fernandez, plays in Romania for Vulca, who leading the championship there. Very quick player, darting runs. She will certainly inject pace, moves the ball nicely. Attempted lob goes way over the top. The Japanese are going to make more changes again. Still determined to play 7 against 6. Kao Tsunami comes on. Sasaki into the center. So 3 at the back, 2 wingers playing very deep, and 2 line players. Oh, space there. Connection with Kao Tsunami fails. Navarro puts the ball up court quickly. They're trying to get the goalkeeper back in, and the Spaniards didn't look up. That's an attacking foul by Peña. Both defenders marking their spot, but she claims they were both inside the area, and she may have had a point. Even though they've got the extra attacker, though not this time. They have struggled to find ways through. That clips the post, stays out. As off goes Sasaki. And after a blistering start by the Japanese, the pace slowing a little. The Spaniards have been soaking up the pressure, and Ulrich Kirkeli will know that it's going to be a tall order here. for his team. But then again, 2 years ago at the World Championships, they beat Montenegro, they lost to Russia by 1 and drew with Brazil. So they have the capability to pull off surprises. That's gone through though. Nerea Peña. Quick throw off is taken. And the response is immediate for Japan. Oyama. Third goal for her. Japan, who came into this game with a 59% success rate on their shooting. They're about there at the moment, 60%. Going to try and improve on that to win it. So Oyama with a perfect record on her shooting. Long-range shot by Fernandez under too much pressure. It's a free throw. Good defending. Peña looks to the line, dispossessed. Couldn't quite turn with the ball. Peña's supply. No way through there for Cesareo as the Spaniards turn the line, and that attempt to pass down the center is intercepted by Fernandez. She comes back again, tees up the ball, and it's put away nicely. Peña the scorer, Fernandez the supplier, and all that off a mistake. Drew the last defender in and released Peña on the wing. So Japan again take out the goalkeeper, and they're making wholesale changes now. In on the line goes Nagata, much bigger line player than Tsunami. We got Ishitate, who's now taken over in the center. Tada on the right. It's almost like a complete team change. Sasaki, who's moved from center to left back. Into the wing, bit of space there, but finds the line, and it goes wide. Such a good chance. Frustration for the team. Nagata, the captain. She has been on playing in a defensive role up until now, but put into the attack. Rodriguez comes on for the Spaniards now, plays for Thüringen in the German Bundesliga. Having moved there from Bistrița in Romania in the summer. She's in it right back. Her first shot parried away by Kametani. Japanese break and decide to slow up. The Spaniards are getting back very quickly. Need to tidy up a little bit. They're very close when they're making those passes. Two coaches, Viver, despite that 1-goal lead, still looking a little bit anxious. Ulrich Kirkeli is going up to every player as they come off, as a little word for them, bit of encouragement. Tsunami in on the line. Intercepted, but under pressure, the central pass by Ishitate, she gets a free throw. Ishitate gets inside the defender, takes the shot. She'll get another free throw, but a passive play call's just gone up as well. 6 passes then to get the shot on goal. Second line goes in. It's landed, but she was fouled on the way through. Get the penalty. She's still happy with that, Tada. She'd landed, actually. Good, very good call by the referee. And they all sit down again, but it is a penalty. Oyama scored 1 so far, but she has missed 4 at these World Championships. And puts that one away. And the crowd enjoying themselves here as Japan hold their own against Spain. All the reserve players getting in on the cheering. Sitting behind the Spanish goal. Solid defending by the captain, Nagata. Peña, a bit of space. You just can't give her that space. Picks her spot and plants it in the top corner. Fernandez tees her up, and that was 77 kilometers an hour. Right up in the corner. So Peña edges Spain back in front again as we hit the 20-minute mark. Japan, though, have often had the problem more maintaining momentum in second half after holding their own in the first. But in their opening match in the main round against Montenegro was only a 4-goal defeat. It was great for Kirkeli's team. Kirkeli, incidentally, who was assistant coach to the Danish team, also coached Bahrain previously. And now doing his magic with Japan in Olympic year. Tada tries to spin off the defender. Spaniards are pushing up deep. Passive play's being called against them now. 6 passes into the wing. There's a bit of an angle there. Over the top. Beautifully done. The line was there to try and draw the attention. Navarro over the top, and Kirkeli, muted celebration, but very happy nevertheless. Katsuren the scorer. 7th goal of the competition. One of the players who got switched around last time when they did a wholesale change, looking for the line. So unlucky for Japan, because that was not intended for Peña. It was meant to go to Cesareo. Peña was behind and puts away a lovely little spin shot. So the Spaniards always just keeping their noses in front here. They've had a terrific championship. The opening day win, 31-16 against Romania, sent alarm bells for all the other teams. Although, in fairness, Romania were arriving off the back of a few problems of their own with their team, and have settled down and did eventually qualify for the main round. Ishitate off, straight into the goalkeeper's face, but under pressure. Little shove as she was up in the air, Ishitate. And it came off the top of the head of Navarro. It was double take by Viver. Great save. Oh, penalty. Change the keeper then. Zokbi de Pola again. Still no save. And it seems that Sasaki and Oyama are taking turns with the penalties here. 2 each now. All scored so far. Again, Zokbi de Pola went the right way, but just got there too late. It looks like Zokbi de Pola will stay in. Plays for Bistrița in Romania. Having moved from Budućnost in Montenegro. Free throw, Fernandez is fouled. Hasn't quite managed to weave her full magic yet, number 34. It's a good, strong effort. Just going for power. Rodriguez gets her first of the game. And the throw-off taken too quickly. Fernandez tees her up, and Núñez was holding off the defenders on the line. So on Ishitate in the centre. Doing a lot of changes between attack and defence, which stunts their opportunities at fast break. Japan. Ah, beautiful. Tada. Or if you'll forgive the pun. Ta-da. There you go. Took a bit of a blow on the way through. Comes at a small price. But they are level. The Spaniards not quite flowing as much as they'd like at the back. Fernandez, penalty. 2 defenders inside the area. She finds a way through. Looked to be passing to the line, but instead carried the ball through for the shot. There she is. Looks to flick it to the left, but doesn't. Fernandez has scored at 9, but misses that one. 9 from 11 in the competition, and the break is on. Oh, well tipped away. Zokbi de Paula got fingertips on it. Well, there was the clip off the post and the response at the other end. Another opportunity goes begging.
Vale, vamos a ver.
Ikehara missing team timeout.
Que no te saquen del centro, que no te saquen del centro. Nos quieren abrir, la central se va casi a la banda, picamos en el centro, ves al lado del balón que estás de centro defensivo, ves del lado del balón y molesta los pases entre laterales. El pase entre lateral tiene que ir bombeado, ¿de acuerdo? Si ves que te come el centro, vamos a los cierres, pero que no nos abran demasiado. Y tú siempre lado de balón, y los pases entre laterales que vayan por encima tuyo.
So Spain used their first team timeout. As Dr. Hassan Mustafa, the president of the International Handball Federation, looks on, enjoying a nice close game here between Spain and Japan. So a chance goes begging then with Ikehara missing that one. Ikehara, who has come into the team today. Plays for Nykøbing in Denmark, but she's been out with a knee injury and will not be fully match fit as a free throw is given to Spain. And constant changes on the line between Hernandez, towering 1m80, 88-kilo line player. Release on the cross by Cabral. It's good defending. And she knew it before it happened, and Nagata frustrated. And Viver cool as a cucumber. Cabral, the provider, absolutely floors the line player and gets the marching orders. So a short-handed defense for the next 2 minutes. We're inside the last 5 of the first half. Hernandez. And they score, and they're back in front again. Lopez has had an excellent championship, 68% success rate, helped by the fact the last defender tumbled, and she had a huge angle to work with. So goalkeeper comes out, and extra attacker goes on for Japan while they're short-handed. Ikehara comes out. Long-range shot, no power in that one. Saved comfortably by Zokbi de Paul. They look up, but Kamitani is back in goal already. The winger came off to substitute her in. Cabral didn't release the ball to the wing, but gets the free throw. Still 45 seconds before Japan are back to full strength. Hernandez into the wing. Big angle there. Good save, Kamitani. Goes out to the side. It's a throw-in. Cabral tries to lob, but she's fouled on the way through. It's a penalty. There's the push. It may well have been Kao Tsunami. Would have done well to leave her because she was struggling to get her body around for that turn. Peña. And scores her 5th goal of the game. Her 8th penalty of the competition. Viver satisfied. 2-goal lead for Spain. Great job by Peña. First penalty for Spain. 4 for the Japanese. The ball is intercepted. Kamitani racing back in again. She's on her own and can't do anything there. And a good spell here by Spain. as the first half draws to its end stage. Lopez gets away. Cuts back in. Marta Lopez.
Penalty. If there's penalty here, we also need to do it better here, okay? So keep it in the situation. We have enough time. And remember, Kurt, pass the ball from the sides as we have talked about, so we can move the two. Now it's 5-1. We are playing Svenborg, okay, Siggy? Okay. Go to the goal. And remember,
El 7 contra 6, te vas a un segundo y empezamos a trabajar. No, que tenemos a María. A un segundo, ¿vale? Venga, tías, vamos.
So first team timeout called by Japan.
okay.
Exactly 2 minutes remaining. Well, going down a treat, that. A born entertainer. Oh, yeah, there's more to come. So play resumes after the score went from 13-13 to 16-13 to Spain, and a very pensive Ulrich Kirkeli. Just need to try and stay focused, not try and rush the attacks too much. They've got time. Yui Tsunami into the wing, there's nothing there. Oh, that was nowhere near the line player. That's an absolute giveaway by Ikehara. You can see not match fit. She's barely played for the last 9 months. She is with Nykøbing in Denmark, but hasn't played for them for a long time. And they brought her in late. They were worried about not putting her under too much pressure early on. Really, the goal for her would be to be fit for the Olympics. But for the moment, at least, Kirkeli pressing her in as we get a little friendly warning from the German referees there. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But as Ulrich Kirkeli gets a bit worked up, table officials call over the referee, and it's a yellow card for the Danish coach. Into the line, penalty, and that's going to be a 2-minute suspension as well. Holding from the back. And she knew it. Kao Tsunami looks behind her. There's that particular sound to the whistle when you know it's a 2-minute suspension. It's blown with just that little bit more venom. So Peña steps up for her second penalty of the half. We are 46 seconds from the end of the half. Scores comfortably, and they are racking them up here. 4 goals without reply for Spain. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way, contrasting emotions of the spectators, and we have 30 seconds remaining. Japanese are taking out their goalkeeper while they're short-handed. One last attack here. They got to make it long and make sure they have the last word. "15 seconds to go. Tsunami. This is not going right at the moment. They're getting themselves a bit stranded. There's no move coming. 5 seconds. Gets the penalty. Perfect timing. 1 second on the clock. The buzzer goes. Yui Tsunami does exactly what was needed. Wins the penalty pretty much on the buzzer. There's the little shove. Subtle but well spotted. Nunez can't have any qualms about that. Up steps Oyama. Scored 2 so far. This to cut the deficit against Zogby de Paula. And it fails. Zogby de Paula saves. And that is it. That is half-time. Spain are leading Japan 17-13 here in Kumamoto. Courtesy of that save by Zogby de Paula. Viver celebrates. And Zogby de Paula looks utterly delighted. So at the break, a 4-goal lead for Spain after the Japanese hung on. But at 13-all, it all started to go a little bit wrong. And the Japanese have dried up in attack. It was almost an inevitability about it against one team that has really performed well here, these World Championships. Well, just before they retire to speak to the players, Viver has a few notes to make. Well, the attack working very well for Spain. 61 of their attacks working, 71% of their shots going in. That's well above par for them. 50% on the shooting for Japan is below par for them, and 46% of their attacks working only. 2 fast breaks each. The Japanese have missed both of theirs, and the turnover is actually relatively low, as marked here. 6 for Japan and 4 for Spain. Penalties, though, that one miss at the end, that was a shame. So top scorer, well, Oyama with 4 for Japan. Tsunami is just behind her, the right back, that is. Sao with 3 goals, while Peña is the top scorer in the game. The Spaniard has 5 goals, with Hernandez on 4 right behind her. For the Japanese, then, 2 fast breaks missed, and that last penalty bundled over, I'm afraid. On the wings, they're getting some service, and they're doing all right. A lot of it is breakthroughs, we knew it had to be, or long-range shots, standing shots through the defence. They've had a good degree of success, but I'm afraid they've got to step it up in the second half. Both fast breaks going in for the Spaniards. They've missed 2 penalties, though. It could have been worse. The right wing struggling a little bit for the Spaniards. Lopez there, and has been swapped with Echeverria and back again, but it's all going down the middle at the moment. Mostly breakthroughs. And so you can see how it's been neck and neck pretty much through the game, right up until the last 5 minutes. So at half-time, it's 17-13 to Spain. We'll take a break as well. Join us again for the second half. We'll see you then.
Thank you so much. それではハーフタイムアトラクション、続いてはいちごクラブの皆さんの登場です。熊本では知らない子供はいないハッピーエンターテイナー、主役は子供、時々大人をターゲットに熊本県を中心に九州各地のイベントでのステージ、幼稚園、保育園、小学校など年間に100ステージ以上公演を行っています。今回は大会イメージソングでもあるマンドリンハンドの振り付けを担当しました。それではいちごクラブの皆さん、よろしくお願いします。
So welcome back to the Park Dome in Kumamoto and half-time in this main round Group 2 match at the Women's Handball World Championships. Still 1 minute and 20 seconds before we throw off. The team's coming out quite early. Well, for Uli Kikuli on the right, the Japanese coach, it all started well enough and they stayed close right up to 13 all, but almost inevitably the Spaniards have started pulling away. Carlos Viver knew he just had to be patient because the finishing started to slip and they really can't afford to make any mistakes at all, the Japanese, in reality. Speaking to Tony Paretsky, the assistant coach before, said, we keep on saying it, we've got to play our very best game every time to beat these nations. But for them, really getting into the main round was a big plus. In fairness, the groupings worked for them, but you still had to win the matches. And they have given a good account of themselves, but against these strong teams, 60 minutes is a long time to stay utterly focused, and they often have more strength in depth. Zokpi de Paula in goal there, Kametani, who's not going to start because they've got an overrunning suspension. Zokpi de Paula replaced Navarro after she made just 2 saves from 12. Nearly there. So Japan throw off the second half of this main round Group 2 match at the Women's Handball World Championships, trailing 13-17 against Spain. Spain currently second in the table behind the Russians, who have a 100% record in the competition and are now through to the semi-final. Victory here today for Spain would leave them with 1 foot in the semi-final, but Nagata has something to say about that. Breakthrough and scores. Goalkeeper straight back in again, Kametani. The overrunning suspension for Japan for Kao Tsunami, but the response is almost instantaneous. And it goes in off Almudena Rodriguez, her second of the game. He plays for Thüringen in Germany. Well, they're not having a huge year yet with any German club, 3 goals only. Ishitate left back, Oyama in the centre. Ball's given away and the empty goal is there, straight down the middle, and that's as easy as they come. Well, Kikuli has little option. He's got to take out his goalkeeper when they're short-handed. So Hernandez helps herself. That's her 6th goal of the game for the 25-year-old who plays for Zuazo. They are back to full strength again now, though, Japan. They've conceded 2 empty goal scores in this match so far, one either side of the break. Long-range effort straight down the middle. Comfortable save for Zokpi de Paula. It's a 3rd of the game, coming in after Navarro had made just 2 from 12. Cabral struggling to get a bit of flow to her game in this one. Straight down to Fujita, cuts towards the middle. Oh, did well to pick the ball up. Appeared to fumble it under pressure. Gets her second. 23-year-old who plays for Dortmund in the German Bundesliga, the current leaders, just kept it. And underneath Zogbidapola. Getting in very close. They've got to pull back a bit. Not trying the long-range efforts. At least not much in this game. Looking for the line, and again, forcing it. No one there. Ishitate, Sasaki. Ishitate races to the right. Into the wing. They've got to bring the ball back quickly this way. And they want to get the goalkeeper out. Don't have to. Landed. It's a penalty, though. She was fouled. I'm not sure she realizes. She does now. Let's have a look again. She does a little shimmy. There's a tap on the hand. Faint, very faint, but referees are right there. And coming off the bench to take the penalty is Kawata. Scored 7 from 10. Oyama missed one just before the half-time break. She doesn't. First goal for Kawata, one of the 7 Hokoku Bank players. She comes straight back off again, and almost exactly the same place as Oyama had put the one that did go in. Over the shoulder, into the wing, inside the area. That won't count. Poor spell by the Spaniards here, giving a chance for the Japanese. Ishitate straight through. Got her foot on his Zogbidapola. She was so unlucky. But Ishitate just saw the gap opened up, and it was a big one too. Cut left. There was a good block in the center by Shiota. And suddenly, Japan are back within 2. Three goals without reply. And another turnover. Oh, ball's intercepted. Well, that's going to be at least a 2-minute suspension. Ishitate knows it. It was well intercepted by Hernandez, and as she turned to get it, Ishitate pulls her back. Carlos Viveras clearly said something to the table, because the table officials have blown the whistle, and he's sat down and behaving himself now. So yellow card for the Spanish coach. They've both got one now, Kirkali and Viver. And play resumes. Playing at a cracking pace, the Japanese on that occasion, just a little bit too quick for themselves. And a good interception by Hernandez into the wing. Should have tried to block and go back into the line. That's good play. Interfered with in the act of shooting. It was a good save by Kamitani, who came out quick, but it's to no avail. Hernandez fouled. Peña, dummies, and Kamitani putting all her weight on one side. Couldn't move back again. Nice penalty, gets them going again. So the score had gone from 1914 to 1917. 45 seconds still to go on the suspension for Ishitate. The goalkeeper is out for Japan. A patient attack. Cabral at the front of a 5-1 defence, a shallow one. She's playing at about 9 meters, trying to stop those close-in passes they're doing. Good block. Low down, Zogbidapola. Wouldn't have seen that come till fairly late in the day. It's actually a very good effort by the Bistrita goalkeeper. Gutierrez has raced into goal, but an interception. Zogbidapola's on her own here. Oh, so close again, got a hand on it. Kirkali, poker face, but Fujita gets a third. races ahead. Player plays the club handball for Dortmund. And Zokbi de Paula. So close, but not close enough. Well, we thought the Spaniard would start pulling away now, but Japan seemed to have found the second breath. Oh, breakthrough, Kamitani, but defending inside the area by Yui Tsunami. Looks at the referee disconsolate. Will be another opportunity. Clearly stepped inside. Well, you can see right next to her, I think it was Oyama, pulled her back to say get out of the area. But it was won already by Hernandez. Peña. And she beats Miyakawa, who's just come in goal for the penalty. Miyakawa, who hasn't saved any in this competition from the four she's faced. As Peña goes on relentlessly. Fourth penalty scored from 4 attempts and her 8th goal overall in the match. 3-goal lead restored for Spain. Sasaki. Ishitate. Nothing given, they were looking for the line. Goalkeeper's back in again as Spain break. Rodriguez looking for options, goes for the wing in the end. And they settle the pace down. Good defending. Play on, says the referee. Oh, sanction coming. Fujita gets the penalty. Just clattered into her. And Cabral probably relieved. It's just a 2-minute suspension. Nice break by the Japanese. Fujita races in, cuts across her. Well, they're right. That is just a 2-minute. Sasaki scores. 3rd penalty of the game for her. 10th in the competition. And once again, the Spaniards just can't pull away. Celebrations on the bench for Japan, though. So short-handed, the goalkeeper is out for Spain. Shiota holding up the centre of the defence with line player Nagata. 2 strongest players in the team. Ishitate, good play, put her under pressure, touched the foot. It's another turnover. Sasaki, just coming off the bench, takes the ball. Quick movement to the right might have just opened up a bit of space if there'd been an acceleration by Sasaki, because the line player's putting some good blocks on there. Trying to use that side again to see if the block on the line's working. It does! They're back within 1, and Kirkeli trying to look calm about this. His heart must be racing. Oyama. They tried it twice. The block is on the 3rd defender, and they're trying to overload, get 3 attackers on that side against the 2 defenders. Nicely done. 10 minutes played then. And we've got a 1-goal game again. Spain may have felt at half-time with a 4-goal lead that it was all going their way, and that was going to be the big turnover. Oh, gone wide, and they're having a terrible spell here. Lots of turnovers, missed shots. Well, sailed well wide. So Yui Tsunami returns into the attack on the right-hand side. Problem with her is that Kirkeli likes to take her out in defence, and she's on the wrong side for that. This is why Ishitate's been the one getting the rest instead on this side. See what he does defensively afterwards. Ishitate gets a free throw. Spaniards now individually marking Ishitate, it seems. 5-0-1 defence. Oh, good play. Yui Tsunami has leveled it. And a team timeout for Viver, who's seen a 4-goal lead evaporated. Lovely pass to the line, and in fact, KO Tsunami.
Atender. Vamos con Jenny en el avanzado, Ainhoa en el centro, Almu, Ali, Marta y Nerea, ¿vale? Colocamos extremo, quitamos pivote, jugamos con esta estructura. ¿Qué vamos? A situaciones de unos simples, están infinitamente más planas. Escucha, Ainhoa, situaciones de unos simples, están infinitamente más planas. No van a cambiar la defensa en principio, ¿de acuerdo? Vamos, cuando hagamos la permuta fuerte a los...
6-0, after 1-6-0, we go one time in 3-3. Listen, one time in... Yes, listen. One time, and then we're down again to me. And in attack, you make the decision, Shiki. Okay, come here, come.
So some defensive changes coming. He wants them to defend 3-3 for one attack from the Spaniards, and then switch back again on their next attack. Viver wrapped attention in his team timeout from the players who looked a little bit shell-shocked. Play resumes then. And Japan just won't lie down. Rodriguez. Back on has come Fernandez, number 34. She wasn't really able to inject too much pace, and another mistake. The break is on. Good play, cuts towards the middle. Oh, puts it over the top. Fujita, and she has blown hot and cold in this competition. And that really would have put the screws on Spain if she'd put that one away. Sometimes it's the easy option, the lob, but it's not the right one. 12 minutes played. It's all square here in Kumamoto. The host nation, who can no longer qualify for the semi-final, up against Spain, who need a win here today to get one foot in that semi-final. Should be a good chance there, absolutely hammered through. And that brings to an end the 3-goal run. Alicia Fernandez's first goal. Into the line. Nothing given by the referees. Well, the line player was being held up. Good save by Kamitani, but they're still on the attack. Fernandez, no mistake the second time. Kamitani frustrated. And so from 21-all, it's a 2-goal lead for Spain. Brilliant save by Kamitani, but it came straight back out to the second wave of Spanish players. It's a very deep defense. Gone from 5-1 to 5-0-1. Penalty this time. A little shove. KO Tsunami. He was being held off the ground last time when she lost the ball. Couldn't give her the goal. You could see she landed her foot down in the area before she shot. So Kawata, he's scored just one penalty in the game so far. Scores again. Just the one penalty miss then for Oyama. They're back within one. And that's all she's done. Kawata come off the bench twice to take penalties. Oh, she's got her own fan club. Interesting that she isn't more in attack, Kawata. She scored 64 goals for Hokoku Bank last year in the championship. Stolen again. There's no support. Ishitate is looking. And an attacking foul, I would have said. It's all level. The referee's not giving it. And Fujita scores. And Viver, I can tell you, there's the foul. I would have said that's an attacking foul. I've got sympathy for the Spaniards. The goal goes in. It's all square with Fujita. But Viver, so incensed, he's had another go at the table and he's picked up a 2-minute suspension. He's got to take a player off to serve it for him. He may well have had a point, but he knows he's on a yellow card. Why argue with the table? And they immediately called over the referees, and they could do nothing else but give him a 2-minute suspension. And that's not gone down too well with his teammates, or with his players rather. The goalkeeper is out for the moment. So it's all square as we edge towards the midway point in the second half. Gonzalez straight through, and that's going to be a 2-minute suspension for a push. Ishitate's second of the game. Well, Gonzalez scoring her second goal, drives in between there. There's the shove and a bit of pulling on the shirt from behind. But the Vulča player not only scores, but levels up the odds here, as both teams are now on a suspension. Japanese also take out their goalkeeper, Sasaki. Switch back again. Well, a slip by the defender, and it left the captain clear in the middle. Nagata couldn't quite believe her luck. Sitting in acres of space all of a sudden. Japan level again. Nagata, who plays for Omron, runners-up in the championship last year, playing a 5th World Championship, the Japanese captain. Gonzalez into the wing, not really enough room that time. Peña. He's gone wide, but there's a push. Spain will keep possession. The foul on Gonzalez. Peña had raced off to get the goalkeeper back on. She can come back into the attack briefly. Number 25. Passive play's been called against them now. It'd be a good time to get the goalkeeper in. Penalty though. Won by Hernandez, who's putting in a huge shift here for Spain. Under a lot of pressure. Should have really stood back, but standing with a foot on the area. Peña again, 5th penalty for her. Well, Kamitani didn't even have to move. It goes wide. And both coaches not giving anything away. Oh dear, Kamitani probably could feel that was some way wide. So again, the goalkeeper is out for Japan. And she's on again. Suspension served out. We've got 13 minutes of the game remaining, and Japan are still right there with Spain. Oh, lovely shot. Tsunami, the follow-up. An unintended Kempe. The shot from the winger deflected by Zogby de Paula. So unlucky. Well, Zogby de Paula came across. Absolutely stranded. And they love doing those Kempes, the Japanese. And they've edged in front. Cabral is back on again. Can she inject a bit of pace? Sadly, it hasn't worked with Fernandez. That was a very high block, but I think they've got away with it. The referee has a quiet talk as Viver bellows instructions. Well, the Japanese, a bit of showboating. Never went amiss in front of a home crowd. Looking for the line, missed. But fortuitously went through to the wing. And Soledad Lopez scores, the Malaga winger. So it's all square. Captain's done good workload now. Nagata goes off. Back on comes Kao Tsunami. She immediately gets engrossed in discussion. That's Oyama who's talking to Kirkali. Hand off, Sasaki. It's come off a defender. It'll be a throw-in from the corner for the Japanese. Well, the Spanish really never got into their rhythm in this game, in fairness. They were the stronger players and managed to open up a 4-goal lead at the break. That'll be a penalty. She stepped in the area to shoot, Ishitate. It's also going to be a 2-minute suspension. Cesareo grabbing her there and collecting that suspension, the number 10. You can see that she was clearly inside. Navarro then comes back in for the penalty. She saved 3 in the competition from 12. She's up against Sasaki. And saves that one. And a second penalty miss for Japan. And they may well come to haunt them at the end of the game, those penalty misses. And tried to go down next to the leg, but Navarro was so experienced, didn't budge. 40-year-old goalkeeper who passed the 200 international match. In the competition here for her country. Cabral. Gonzalez. They're getting the goalkeeper back in again, but that's worked nicely. And that's what we've been expecting from her for a while. Alicia Fernandez, those little darting runs. She puts Spain back in front with 10 minutes remaining. Spain short-handed. A good chance here then for the Japanese to try and pull another one back. Into the wing, big angle, side netting. Chance goes begging. And I'm afraid that been a tad costly. 1 from 4 only, Tanabe in the game. And Kierkeli. Slight wince. That was a clear chance. So the wingers come out to help and then go back in. Goalkeeper's going to come back in again. Penalty is given. Foul by Tanabe, who seemed to be standing inside the area defending. Well, is it more because she broke through and she pushed her? It could be more that than being inside. So Cabral, he scored 11 in the competition. She makes no mistake. And a 2-goal lead. Similar timing to the first half for Spain. Last 10 minutes, they came really strong in the first half. And if Japan want to pull off a big surprise here, really got to dig deep now. But just over 8 minutes to go. And their way through there for Ishitate. Good defending by Spain. They cannot make it through to the semi-final, Japan, and of course already qualified for the Olympic Games. Good tough battle there. And not only is that a goal, but it's also a suspension. 4th goal for Sasaki, the first from open play. Ishitate hands her the ball. And Marta Lopez, for the foul we just saw there, gets a second suspension. So short-handed Spain take out the keeper again. Japan 1 behind. 7.5 minutes to go. Japan, of course, qualified as hosts, while Spain had to battle against the Ukraine, winning 46-44 on aggregate. The ball is off the post and a break now for Japan. This to try and level it. The wing is free on the left and it's bundled away. Sasaki dispossessed. And we've got a player down, Ishitate. May have collided on the way up. Cabral says no hard feelings, but Ishitate, I think, still hurt. Oh, absolutely whacked her in the face. She let the ball go, and the German referees played advantage, so didn't give anything else after that. Possession with Spain. Gonzalez comes around. They're getting the goalkeeper back in again now. Straight through, and once more, it's Fernandez. Japan trying to get the ball away. They need to get it left. Good way. Cut out the back pass, straight to the wing, and beats Navarro. Tanabe missed an opportunity earlier, good one as well. That was clever play. They were trying to stop the ball going round to the back and into the wing. She just went straight to the wing. 1-goal game. 6 minutes to go. Spain will nearly be back to full strength again. Goal is empty for now. Maybe that 4-goal lead at half-time didn't help them. Spain may have come out feeling slightly confident. That's going to be a free throw. But Japan got stuck in straight away, closing that lead. They were leading 19-14 at one point. Cabral, it's still with them. Into the line. And another penalty. And Hernandez looks to the referee and says 2 minutes as well. Don't think she's going to get her wish on that one. Clipped off the post there. There's the follow-up. The pass by Echeverria. There was the initial save. Cabral scores. Second penalty, third goal, and a 2-goal lead. And Spain keep the pressure on. And as Miyakawa, who's come on for a second penalty of the game, commits, down it goes. 6 penalty score then for Spain. Seventh scored for Japan, although the Japanese have missed 2, Spain 3. That's an attacking foul. It's called against the line player. Kao Tsunami goes away empty-handed, and we're into the last 5 minutes of the game. Turns. Let's have a look and see. Well, she's inside the area. The referee seemed to be signaling for her holding back the defender. Gonzalez. Cabral into the line. And another penalty, and Hernandez at 88 kilos and 1.80 m is just a huge problem for the smaller Japanese defenders around her. They've got to try and stop the ball getting to her. When they're standing behind her, they'll always be in trouble. Cabral. And again, goalkeeper goes the wrong way, and the gap grows. 4 minutes to go. So with the third penalty scored by Cabral, Spanish fans have something to cheer. Daylight is growing between the teams. Long-range shot, that's gone in. Sasaki, 5th goal, but the empty goal was there. And immediately, the goal is cancelled out as Kamitani comes off again. Extra attacker goes on for Japan. Navarro seeing the opportunity. It was a quick hop in the middle and out. 7 against 6. Inside the area. Empty goal again, but this time Kamitani is in, and that was the last throw of the dice, really, for Kirkali. Going 7 against 6. Clearly on the line there. They're defending very deep now. It's effectively a 1-6 defense, one defender on the line, play at the back. Hernandez, well, that's a dangerous play to start with. The others all waiting forwards, and the problem is, as soon as you get past your front defender, there are acres of space. And a team timeout called by Japan. After that goal by Lopez.
We have more than 2 minutes. We can do it now, okay? We are 7 against 6, okay? In our defense, one more time 3-3, because we need to have them shoot very, very quick, okay? So the same situation again, a bit more under pressure. More kings. And no free throw. On the ball side, let them cross, be ready, okay? 7 against 6, come.
¿Vale? Pasamos, si se van arriba en el 5-1, pasamos por la izquierda. Pero, previo a que juguemos largo. Morimos aquí en la defensa y jugamos largo. Sin exclusiones tontas, ¿vale? Venga, vamos.
Well, a carbon copy of the first half, with Spain being held all the way through this half as well. And then in the last 10 minutes, they find that extra bit of power. And they've got a 4-goal lead. Japan then 7 against 6 still. They have to throw caution to the wind now. Tsunami and Nagata, the captain, on the line. That's worked. They've got to be quick. And Kamitani is back in goal again. Nice little shift, and there was the gap. So effectively this 3-3 defense. And it's to all intents and purposes, pick your player and stay with them. But there is space, and there's one player who'll like this kind of defense. It should be Fernandez. Quick darting runs. If she can get past the first defender, then she's good. Cabral, straight to the wing, but intercepted. 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. 3 goals, surely it's a bridge too far for the Japanese. Into the wing, that's good, big angle, over the top. And another nice little spell, Tanabe, 3rd goal of the game. So much space there, Navarro really struggling to cover the angles. Well, now it's almost individual marking. We're well inside the last minute. Cabral, she's got away. And that was an easy one for Hernandez once they broke through. 7 goals for Hernandez. What a game she's had. 30 seconds to go. Oh, gap down the middle. Floated in by Yui Tsunami. It's her 4th. The player's just returned from Denmark, where she played for Nykøbing. 15 seconds to go, and the Spaniards will run the clock down, a 2-goal lead. It's all safe now. Cabral, 3 seconds. That will be no goal, but it's a final whistle. And Spain have been made to work hard here in Kumamoto, but they have beaten Japan 33-31. Well, celebrations for the Spaniards, who now have 1 foot in the semi-finals. Although in reality, it's going to be a tough battle for the teams. Behind them, Sweden are the ones there, but who will be on their coattails. For Japan, disappointment. They played their hearts out there. A brilliant game on their part, never gave up. And so often in the second half, the teams have pulled away against them. But today, Kirkali can be proud, because they fought and fought and fought. For Viver, some relief at the end that his team managed to open up a big enough gap that they could weather the onslaught right in the closing minute by the Japanese. But it's an excellent performance, frankly, by them. But well done to Spain. What a World Championship they are having. I'm not sure too many people saw them coming. And the player of the match, Oyama, Scored 6 goals from 8 attempts, 3 assists, was on court for 37 minutes. And the huge intensity of the Japanese attack to overcome the height disadvantage they have, nearly 5 centimeters. But still, they just feel they were so close. You can see some of the heads dropping at the back. It was so close, but I'm afraid not close enough. The Spaniards used their experience, their height, their power, and in the end just did what they had to win this game and get themselves on the threshold of a World Championship semi-final. I'm not sure too many people had predicted Spain as the team to come through, with Russia certainly one of the big favourites who are topping the group. Spain will tuck in behind Russia now, and it will need some huge results by Sweden to catch them, and they've got to win both their last games and hope that Spain lose their last one. Spain next up against Russia. That's a big one for them tomorrow. Japan, for their part, will be up against Romania in their last match in the main round tomorrow. Well, it seems that Yui Tsunami is so upset. Kirkali comes out to thank the fans who supported them right through the game. And I think believed so much that they were going to pull off a big surprise here. But for Spain, well done to them. They kept their heads, used their experience, and in the money time, they prevailed. Look at the reaction. President of the Spanish Association clearly happy, congratulating his team. You know that a semi-final really is almost within their grasp. Well, what a game. Tad breathless after that. Just 2 goals in it in the end, and the smiles of joy, smiles of relief. So the crowd So here are the stats then from the game. 58% of the attacks working for Spain, 53% for Japan. But on the scoring, 72% Spain was excellent for them. Japan at 62% is well above par. They really did throw everything at this. Those few missed penalties in the end will come back to haunt them, though. That could have made the difference. Turnovers roughly equal, 14 to Spain, 12 to Japan. And there were 5 suspensions for the Spaniards, 4 for the Japanese. Top scorers then, Nerea Peña with 7 and Hernandez with 6, the best of the Spaniards, while Oyama with her 6 goals picking up the Player of the Match award. For the Japanese, 3 fast breaks. They missed 3, though. They missed 2 penalties, very costly in the end. The wings doing reasonably well, but it's mostly breakthroughs, as we knew it would be. For the Spaniards, well, they scored 2 of their 3 fast breaks. They missed 3 penalties. Could have made life easier for them. Left wing working well, the right wing still not quite firing on all cylinders. Not a lot of long-range shooting, but 15 goals going in on the line or on the breakthroughs. It certainly wasn't a smooth performance by the Spaniards here today. They were made to toil for this one. Japan at the top there, coming back quickly in the second half to tie things up, and then level peg all the way through, and you can see the white dots at the bottom in that last 10 minutes. They suddenly started to overpower the Japanese, got that 4-goal lead, and although there was a late flurry by the Japanese, it wasn't enough. So in the end, this is how the table looks. Russia, top of the group on maximum points. They're in the semi-final. Spain are effectively there. Only Sweden really can catch them if they win the next 2 matches, but mathematically their goal difference would need to change enormously, and that's very unlikely to happen. And so Spain, as we said, with 1 foot in the semi-final. Japan move off the bottom, at least for now, on goal difference. They'll play Romania tomorrow. So that's how it looks. Hope you enjoyed the game. But that's it for me for now, Paul Bray. Until next time, goodbye.